Today's subscription spot. Yes, indeed, we are having a look at another box from the folks over at Horror Block. For those who actually thought spot what happened to the Horror Block, it was still happening. There was a bit of a mix-up, a bit of a faux pas when it came to one of the earlier shipped boxes. I think it ended up going to the wrong address or something like that. But needless to say, we are back on track, back right where we started from, and one of Spot's favorite subscription boxes, the Horror Block. Now, I think this is either Horror Block for February or March. So we will have to wait and find out based on what we get inside and the card also included. If you are interested in getting one of the premier horror-themed mystery boxes delivered to your house every single month, it's as easy as clicking the link down below and subscribing today. All right, so without further ado, there was actually a shrink wrap on this, so if you see no seal whatsoever and no reason to use my knife, in this case Hank, it's only because there is wrap that was already on the box that had all the unnecessary labels stuck all over it. I've taken the wrap off. It's now a nice pristine box, so nice job there from Horror Block for doing that. And now that we can look at this pristine box by opening up the lid, the flap, and let's see what we got inside from Horror Block. First things first, we get ourselves a t-shirt. The t-shirt looks like, I'm not quite sure what it's depicted from, but we've got a gas mask, and it looks like we've got New York City. Well, I see the Statue of Liberty there. I like the coloring. Again, I'm not quite certain what that's taken from. Hopefully the card inside will tell us. Or if perhaps you might know, you can also let me know down below as well. We can share feelings, and if there's something that you know that Spot doesn't know, which does happen, let me know down below. Moving along, we've got ourselves a Darren Field presents Vault of the Macabre. That's a word I always have a tough time saying. Dare you enter. Let's see what we got here. Macabre Madness of Mortula Morose. I'm guessing, if I'm looking at this correctly, it looks like it's just a book of poems. For example, Dave the Demented Hermit. Dave was a man who liked the dark. He lived all alone in a house by the park. He wore moth-eaten clothes and stared an eerie stare. He had conversations with people that weren't there. With a maniacal laugh and spiders in his hair, not a bit of normality about him was there. That's kind of neat. I like that. Some are a little longer than others, but they all appear to be poems. The elbow still stuck, not moving, of course. She gasped, she screamed, then fell to the bed. Then all of a sudden, the old witch was dead. Which I don't think actually was, I think this is a separate poem from this one here. And dances around in the cool moon glow, and if you should see Scarecrow Bill dancing there, whatever you do, don't stop and stare, just go on your way and forget the crazed sight, or Scarecrow named Bill will come kill you that night. That's a scarecrow I think I would avoid. We got ourselves a nice little poem book. We'll put that right there. It also appears that we've got ourselves a movie. A movie. The movie is, the rules are simple, Silent Retreat. Beautifully blends supernatural horror with the terrors of the real world. Let's see here. See, I'm just checking the year here. It's 2014. Runtime is 84 minutes. It's a tense little beast of a movie that has some powerfully terrifying moments. Following an assault charge, Janie Andrews, played by Chelsea Janish, is sent to a remote rehabilitation center in order to avoid jail time. Run by an ominous doctor, Robert Nolan, and his two sons, Janie is instructed to follow the rules of the retreat without question. No talking, no eye contact, no interaction of any kind. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something sinister is taking place, and with the help of a fellow inmate named Alexis, the girls attempt to flee. However, despite the doctor's deplorable motives, Janie soon discovers that something much more dangerous lurks just beyond the trees. Interesting. It comes to us from Black Fawn Distribution and Silent Q Design. I'll have to give that a watch. We got ourselves as well a Penny Dreadful Showtime insert, which looks to be... Is that actually a real scorpion? I do believe it is a... Oh, maybe. Just looking closely here. Maybe it's not a real scorpion. I don't know. It kind of looks like it's a little fake on the underside here. Yeah, I think it's actually not a real scorpion. I thought it might have been, but we've got Little Scorpion on the backside there, Penny Dreadful. It looks to be a keychain. A keychain. Spock could certainly add that to his existing keys, but you know my story. I got a lot of keys, a lot of key things on my keychain. Included as well, we got ourselves... Let's open it up here completely. There we go. We've got ourselves an Amityville Horror. It looks like an Amityville Horror tote bag. Now, what's funny though about it is it does feel like it's a thicker quality. It also says Nerd Block exclusive, but it feels like it's actually a thicker quality of tote bag than that conventional paper tote bags that we get so frequently sometimes in these subscription boxes. Got ourselves a tote bag. We've got ourselves a card. We'll look at that in a second, or a booklet, I should say. And lastly, we've got ourselves, of course, the issue of Rue Morgue. This is the March-April 2017 issue of Rue Morgue, which on the front says, She Craves Meat, Raw, the French coming-of-age cannibal movie, plus evolution of flesh eaters on film. I gotta say, that's one genre of horror movie I don't really care for, or one type of horror movie I really don't care for. I'm not a big cannibal. I like zombies. I'm not a big fan of people eating people. Let's see here. We'll flip through this quickly. Mortuary Massacre. Oh, that sounds promising. Everyone will rest in pieces. I see what they did there. We'll flip through this magazine, however. I'm actually trying to think if there is actually a cannibal movie that Spot actually does enjoy. I did like Ravenous. I thought Ravenous was pretty good. Upcoming movies being released soon. Taste of Evil, Missing a Mickle. Oh wait, that's Stakeland 2, The Stakelander, Devil's Candy, Underworld Blood Wars, which I actually haven't seen yet, and there's also they're re-releasing Fright Night. They're re-releasing Fright Night. I hope they re-release Fright Night 2, which had such a short distribution when they re-released it. We've got Silent Retreat, Overlooked, Forgotten, and Dismissed. Lance surrenders his retreat. Silent Retreat, Run, Hide, Die. That sounds promising. And Death Do Us Part. We've got, let's see here. So much to actually look in these things. I love just to sit down on the couch, open up my Rue Morgue, and just kind of give it a good glance through. Lots and lots to read up on. The authorized Phantasm Film Companion. Love to get my hands on that. I don't know if I mentioned it. I actually just recently watched Ravager, The Last Phantasm, which I thought it had a promising tone to it. It felt like it could be something akin to like the Star Trek Next Generation episode All Good Things, which was essentially like in Ravager, you basically had the character jumping back and forth through like present time, past time, a future alternate world. It seemed promising, but man, oh man, the special effects were so poor. Let's see here. We've got ourselves a shirt punch. There's a $10 credit. That's for you if you want to make use of that. Use your previous Shirt Punch puzzle pieces and continue to collect the set to receive a 100, that was actually my mouth doing that, shirtpunch.com gift card. But in the meantime, there is a card coupon there, coupon code if you'd like to make use of that. And lastly, let's have a look at the pamphlet here. The Nerd Block magazine for February 2017 Horror Edition. So this is the February box. We have the history of the Amityville Horror House. There's also an exclusive Q&A with the creators of Electronic Superjoy and what's inside February's Horror Block. We've got ourselves some unboxers from the Nerd Block Nation. Want a photo in next month's issue? Yeah, I would. Use the hashtag NerdBlock on your photos, and you could be featured here. Here, not here, because this would be my video. But let's see the history of the Amityville Horror House. Then versus now. I think they did actually debunk that, saying that it was not real. It didn't really actually happen. A Q&A with Bruno Urban, business manager and design director of Fishing Cactus. And then what's inside January's Horror Block. This would be January. Kind of going back a couple of months here. I guess this technically is the box that I didn't get initially that you guys have said, Spot, when are you going to do Horror Block? When are you going to do Horror Block? It's actually this one right here. So inside we had the Amityville Horror Tote Bag, a Vault of the Macabre, Silent Retreat DVD, I'll have to give that a check, Penny Dreadful keychain, Amityville Horror House Pin. Oh, I didn't get a house pin. Oh, banana skins, mushy peas, sweet potato pie. There was also the Rue Morgue issue 175, and then that was The Purge. See, I thought it might have been The Purge, but it kind of threw me off for a second. This t-shirt from The Purge is the best participation prize you've ever received. It symbolizes that you have killer survival skills. Congratulations on making it through the night. The annual Purge ain't got nothing on you. I love that shirt, though. Even though Spot did not, unfortunately, get the Amityville Horror House pin. Pretty cool, the other things we got inside. I'll have to check that movie out. There's a section for Catwoman's Prowl and an advertisement for the new premium face of Nerd Block, as in 2017, which is happening. It's happening right now, guys. Right at this minute. New boxes coming in 2017. An advertisement down below for the Horror Block. And there's the back. If you guys are interested in getting one of the premier horror subscription services delivered to your house, your cave, somewhere dark, mysteriously tucked away, maybe in the woods. Maybe it's that cottage cabin from Evil Dead. Ooh, I wouldn't want to live there. But at any rate, as long as you have a mailing address, and I guess for that matter, a postal person that's willing to deliver to you, that could be a deal breaker as well. You can subscribe and get the Horror Block delivered to your house every single month. A little delayed, yes. We got ourselves all fixed up now. Got our ducks in a row. I don't know what that really necessarily means, but we got all ducks in a row. Spot finally had a look at the January box from Horror Block. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more subscription spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. See you next time.